So we're good? All right. So good evening. It's Wednesday, March 1st, 2023. Welcome to the Town of Carmel Town Board. This is a voting meeting. We have two public hearings scheduled and then 10 items that we'll be voting on those resolutions. I call this meeting to order and I ask our town clerk, Ann Spofford, to please do a roll call attendance.
Councilman Baranowski?
Here.
Councilman Lombardi?
Here.
Councilman McDonough? Here. Councilman Shano?
Here.
Supervisor Kazari?
Here. Would you do the pledge?
Sure.
If we'd all rise and face the flag, Councilwoman McDonough will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence while we remember all of the men and women who are fighting for our freedom.
Great, thank you. So to start off, anybody in the audience would like to speak about any topic, don't talk about the public hearing because we're going to have time for that. If anybody wants to get up for 5 minutes and speak about any issue that you have with the town. Okay, so if no one wants to speak yet, our first public hearing is on a proposed local law amending Article 6 of Chapter 137 of the Town Code of the Town of Carmel, entitled Volunteer Firefighters and Ambulance Workers Exemption. We have copies of the law over on the table to your left, my right, if anybody wants to read that. If there are no objections, I'm going to waive reading of that law and just go right to public hearing. So if anyone wants to, oh yes, thank you. Can I get a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second. So Baranowski and Shano, Lombardi, McDonough, second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. So if anyone would like to get up to the podium and speak about the volunteer fireman exemption. Okay, seeing as how no one would like to do that, consider a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second. Baranowski, seconded by Shano. Okay, so consider a motion to enact the law as it is noticed and published.
Anderson, 1. 2.
Oh, yeah, vote to, all right, all in favor of closing it?
Aye.
Aye. It's closed. So now how about a motion to enact the law as it is noticed and published?
So moved.
Second. Lombardi and seconded by Shano. We get a roll call.
Councilman Baranowski?
Pleasure, yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Shano?
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari?
Yes. So the volunteer firefighters and ambulance workers exemption is now codified in town code. So our second public hearing is on a proposed local law establishing a moratorium in regard to the issuance of permits for smoke shops and vape shops within the town of Carmel. Again, there is copies of that local law or the moratorium on the table if anybody wants to read them. So if there are no objections, I'm going to ask that we waive the reading of that. Okay, if no one objects, then we're going to waive that. Consider a motion to open this public hearing.
So moved.
Second?
Lombardi and McDonough second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, so the public hearing is open. First up that wanted to speak was Kristen. Yeah, please.
Good evening. I did prepare some remarks. So I'm Kristen McConnell. I'm the director of the Prevention Council of Putnam, which is located in the town of Carmel. I do reside in the town of Patterson for the record, but I'm here representing the agency which serves the town of Carmel. So for those of you that may not be familiar with the DEA, it defines vaping as the act of inhaling and exhaling an aerosol or vapor made from a liquid or dry material that's heated in an electronic powered device called an electronic cigarette or e-cigarette. The liquid contains flavoring, nicotine, or marijuana concentrates. Preventing vaping among youth is critical to ending the tobacco epidemic in this country. I don't think. Please, I'm sure. Okay. The Surgeon General urges that youth use of nicotine in any form, including e-cigarettes, is unsafe. Nicotine is a highly addictive drug. It can harm adolescent brain development, particularly the parts of the brain responsible for attention, memory, and learning. The Surgeon General also found that using nicotine in adolescents may increase risk of future addiction to other drugs. The potency of the nicotine in vape products vary, but there are nicotine concentrates that can be as potent as 50 milligrams. Most of us are already familiar with this information I've shared here tonight, but what may be new information is that despite the amazing educational campaigns and evidence-based prevention programs in our schools, youth vape use is on the rise. According to Monitoring the Future survey data, 20.5% of 10th graders and 27.3% of 12th graders reported vaping in 2022. Additionally, we have emerging information about high-potency nicotine products use that results in seizure-like disorders in children who have no prior symptoms, no risk factors, and no family history of seizure disorders. These symptoms have been reported to us by our own school administrators here in Putnam County. The Prevention Council works collaboratively with local school districts in Putnam. We constantly hear from school administrators who are overwhelmed with students vaping at school. Another concerning trend we're seeing is youth vaping high-potency THC products, as well as Delta-8 and Delta-9 and other synthetically derived compounds that are just like THC, are more addictive, intoxicating, and psychoactive. These dangerous products are marketed to youth using fun flavors and sold in accessible locations like gas stations and delis. Although you must be 21 to purchase vape products in New York, both local and national data shows us that children are gaining access to these products, and more so where there are higher density of vape retailers. The Prevention Council utilizes environmental prevention strategies to approach prevention, which recognizes that there is a constant interplay between the environment and the individual. Health behaviors, choices, and perceptions are all impacted by where we live and determine the level of risk individuals and communities experience. Strategies such as reducing access and availability of vape products harness the ability to shape an individual's behavior by structuring what is expected or permitted in a specific environment in a positive way. Youth vaping is a public health epidemic in this community, and we play a role in preventing the next generation of young people from ever trying vaping and potentially saving thousands of lives in Putnam County. Thank you for making vaping prevention a priority this evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Danielle?
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Some of you are familiar with me. My name is Danielle Canora. I am the daughter of Lenny Canora. We own Park Board of Mayapack, but I also own, sorry, I'm not a good public speaker, but I also own Hudson Valley Hemp, located at 888 Route 6. I'm not here to change anybody's mind on the subject. I do agree that vaping and nicotine products should be regulated more. I'm not a smoker in that sense, but I am here to educate. And when it comes to cannabis products, I feel that there is not education, especially to people that need to be educated. I'm not a smoke shop. I do not present myself as in a way of a smoke shop, and I don't want to. But what I do want to do is I do want to provide an education regarding what should be for this industry. I am fully licensed for hemp retail, which I think other retailers that want to be considered that should have. It's something issued by the state. I do not agree with these smoke shops. I don't think that they should be open 10 o'clock in the morning to 12 o'clock at night. I open and close during realistic hours. I cater to a clientele that ranges from 35 upwards of 85 years old. I am constantly thanked every day by clients that need the help with cannabis products and all legal products. So I'm just here to provide education, and I would love to invite everybody into the store, show you what is beyond the mask, and move forward in this department. Should Mayapack ever, or this municipality ever opt in to dispensary purposes or further information, I would love to even spearhead a committee. I think education is probably the biggest forefront in this industry, because misguidance will end up down a wrong path. If anybody has any questions regarding what, it does entail, I'd be more than happy to sit and discuss and go forward. But by definition, a smoke shop is a place that has nicotine, tobacco products, and smoking paraphernalia. I'm not that place. I do not condone it. I'm condoning cannabis health and wellness. It is a big factor because people do want to get off those prescription pills. People do want to lean away from the big pharma aspect of things. With a natural therapeutic, there could be huge outcomes with this. And if everybody's open to it, I would be more than happy to discuss further.
Thank you. So anyone that didn't sign up that would like to speak on this subject? Okay, seeing as how there are no other public comments, consider a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Baranowski and Lombardi with the motion, McDonough with the second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So next up, we have a resolution making the secret determination in regard to the proposed local law. Would this be number
3.
1? Number 4?
3, right?
We did,
3.
did we do seniors and we did 2 local laws to start the year? The senior and the disabled individual exceptions.
Sorry?
We did seniors and disabled exemptions originally, right?
Right.
Those were 2. So this is 4.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we do that?
What was one?
Seniors was 1 and disabled, the enhanced exemptions for the seniors and the disabled individuals.
Right, that was one.
There were
And the
2.
second one
Was tonight.
Tonight, and this is the third.
Yeah, I thought there were 2 different laws.
Oh, no, that was together. Oh, you're right. Wait, was it together?
There's different sections, I think. Well, just, you can move.
We'll clarify it.
As this local law, and we'll straighten it out with DOS.
Okay.
No, it was 2 different sections. It was the same law, 2 different sections.
There's 2 different. Okay. This will be great.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so consider resolution making secret determination in regard to proposed local law number 3 of the year 2023, enacting Chapter 156 of the Town Code of the Town of Carmel. Councilman Lombardi, would you read to it?
Sure. Resolve the Town Board of Town of Carmel hereby determines that local law number 3, establishing a moratorium in regards to the issuance of permits for smoke shops and vape shops under Chapter 156 of the Town Code of the Town of Carmel is a Type 2 action under seeker, NYCRR Section 617.5C27, and no further review is necessary. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Second by that'll be a roll call. Roll call, please.
Councilman Baranowski?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Shannon?
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari?
Yes. Okay, so,
Duration is till June 30th, subject to renewal.
June 30th, 2023.
okay, so consider a motion to enact the local law, noticed and published, to expire June 30th? So can I
So
get a-
moved.
Second.
Seconded by McDonough. Can we get a roll call?
Councilman Baranowski?
Yeah, but before I vote on this, I just wanted to make a couple of comments. I thank the speakers for, coming in. This is a complex topic. To some extent, in my mind, it deals with really complex issues, complicated social issues. And, I've mentioned to some of the board members before, I kind of question, quite frankly, the practical usefulness of this prohibition, since we already have, a dozen or so of these shops already. But in any case, I think the prohibition does send a positive message, so I am going to vote yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Shannon?
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari?
Yes. So the prohibition is, or the moratorium is passed. So, can I get a motion accepting the town board minutes from February 1st and the 8th?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Very good. So resolution number 1 of the agenda is authorizing budget revisions number 2022-06. Councilman Shannon, would you read that?
Whereas the Town Controller, Mary Ann Maxwell, has reviewed the proposed budget revisions for the period ending December 31st, 2022, with the Town Board, which are detailed and explained on the attached budget revision schedule, number 2022/06, and now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes and ratifies the final budget modifications/revisions for the period ending December 31st, 2022, as shown itemized on schedule number 2022/06, which is attached hereto, incorporated herein, and made a part hereof. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Can we get a roll call?
Councilman Baranowski?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Shannon?
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari?
Yes, resolution number 1 passed. Our second resolution is authorizing encumbrances of 2022 funds for expenditures in 2023. Whereas it is recommended by the Town Controller's Office that 2022 government budget funds be encumbered or reserved for the 2023 budget appropriations based on recent approved town board resolutions and/or specific projects in progress for various purposes. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the Town of Carmel authorizes the Town Controller's Office to encumber or reserve unexpended 2022 government fund monies for expenditures in fiscal year 2023 as on file in the clerk's office? Yes, as pre-filed in the town clerk's office. For this resolution is read,
Second.
seconded by Lombardi. Can we get a roll call when you did it?
Councilman Baranowski?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Shannon?
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari?
Yes, resolution number 2 passed. Our third resolution is authorizing budget revisions 2023-01. Councilwoman McDonough, would you read that?
Sure. Whereas the Town Comptroller, Mary Ann Maxwell, has reviewed the proposed budget revisions for the period ending February 28th, 2023, with the Town Board, which are detailed and explained on the attached budget revision scheduled number 2023/01. And now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes and ratifies the final budget modifications revisions for the period ending February 28th, 2023, as shown itemized on scheduled number 2023/01, which is attached hereto, incorporated herein, and made a part hereof. I offer this resolution as read.
Seconded.
Seconded by Councilman Baranowski. Can we get a roll call?
Councilman Baranowski?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Shannon?
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari?
Yes, resolution number 3 passed. Fourth resolution is authorizing renewal of licensing agreement with ASCAP. Councilman Baranowski, would you read that?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the renewal of the license agreement with ASCAP for public performances of copyrighted music for the year 2023 at an annual rate of $420. And be it further resolved that James Gilchrist, Director of Recreation and Parks, is hereby authorized to sign any necessary documents and/or reports concerning said renewal on behalf of the Town of Carmel. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Shannon and McDonough. Can we get a roll call?
Councilman Baranowski?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Shannon?
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari?
Yes, resolution 4 passed. The fifth resolution is acknowledging receipt of notice of availability of records and docket, Town of Carmel Justice Court. Councilman Lombardi, would you read that?
Resolved, the Town Board of Town of Carmel hereby acknowledges receipt of notice from Town Justices Dan Miller and Thomas J. Jacobellis that the 2022 records and dockets of said court have been made available for inspection by the Town Board pursuant to New York Uniform Justice Court Act, Section 2019-A. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by McDonough and Shannon. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Resolution 5 passed. Number 6 is resolution amending prior resolution and authorizing acceptance of proposal for police and for purchase and installation Town of Carmel Police Vehicle License Plate Readers and related equipment. Councilman Channel?
Whereas Chief of Police Anthony Hoffman has previously solicited proposals for the cost of outfitting Town Carmel police vehicles with digital license plate readers and related computer units and equipment. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby accepts the proposal of Island Tech Services, Ronkonkoma, New York, for the purchase and installation of mobile data computer terminals, equipment and accessories for license plate reader units on 3 Carmel Police Department vehicles at a cost not to exceed $21,424.50, and in accordance with the proposal dated January 12, 2023. And be it further resolved that Chief of Police Anthony Hoffman is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to accept the proposal and authorize the actions contained herein. And be it further resolved that the resolution shall serve to amend the prior resolution of this board dated April 20th, 2022, solely with respect to the portion of said resolution which authorizes purchase of computer units and software licensing from Advanced Electronic Design/Patrol, PC. And be it further resolved that the Town Comptroller, Mary Ann Maxwell, is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer this resolution as read.
Second. Second.
Seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Can we get a roll call?
Councilman Baranowski?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Shano?
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari?
Yes, Resolution 6 passed. The 7th resolution is authorizing acceptance of proposal for Town of Carmel Police Vehicle Emergency Lighting Equipment Installation. Whereas Chief of Police Anthony Hoffman has previously solicited proposals for the cost of outfitting 2 Carmel Police vehicles with emergency lights and related equipment. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby accepts the proposal of RFC Emergency Lighting and Services, LLC, Briarcliff Manor, New York, for the installation of emergency lighting and related equipment on 2 2022 Dodge Durango police vehicles at an estimated total cost of $33,531.30 and not to exceed $34,999 in accordance with the proposals dated January 4th, 2023 and January 9th, 2023. And be it further resolved that Chief of Police Anthony Hoffman is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to accept the proposal and authorize the actions contained herein. And be it further resolved that Town Comptroller Mary Ann Maxwell is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Channel. Can we have a roll call?
Councilman Baranowski?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Shano?
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari?
Yes, Resolution 7 passed. Resolution 8, authorizing acceptance of proposal for purchase of Town of Carmel Police Department rifles. Councilwoman McDonough?
Sure. Whereas Chief of Police Anthony Hoffman has previously solicited proposals for the cost of replacing existing rifle inventory in the Town of Carmel Police Department. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby accepts the proposal of Atlantic Tactical, Farmingdale, New York, for the purchase of 19 FN America Model FN 15 SRP G2P carbine rifles at a total cost of $18,058.55. in accordance with the proposal dated January 6, 2023. And be it further resolved that Chief of Police Anthony Hoffman is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to accept the proposal and authorize the actions contained herein. And be it further resolved that Town Comptroller Mary Ann Maxwell is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer this resolution as read.
Seconded.
Seconded by Councilman Marinowski. A roll call?
Councilman Marinowski?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Shano?
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari?
Yes, Resolution 8 passed. Resolution 9, authorizing the acceptance of proposal for purchase of Town of Carmel Police Department optic units. Councilman Baranowski, would you read that?
Whereas Chief of Police Anthony Hoffman has previously solicited proposals for the cost of Town of Carmel Police Department pistol rifle optic units and equipment for the Town of Carmel Police Department. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby accepts the proposal of Atlantic Tactical, Farmingdale, New York, for the purchase of 19 Sig Sauer SOR 52001 Rome 05 compact rifle optic units and 19 Nash Surefire X207 pistol light units at a total cost of $5,190.99 in accordance with the proposal dated February 20th, 2023, and be it further resolved that Chief of Police Anthony Hoffman is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to accept the proposal and authorize the actions contained herein, and be it further resolved that Town Comptroller Mary Ann Maxwell is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer this resolution as written.
Second.
Second by Councilman Lombardi. Can we get a roll call?
Councilman Baranowski? Yes. Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Shano?
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari?
Yes, Resolution 9 passed. Our last resolution is authorizing requests for proposals for surveying services, Town of Carmel road acquisitions. This goes back, 2008, 2005, very long time. 2000, the highway superintendent, it's like 2-point-something miles of road that we've been taking care of, but are not dedicated roads, and this has been a lot of work, and thank you to our town council for working on this. This will eventually make these roads our roads so that we can get funding from the state and the federal government for taking care of them. Councilman Lombardi, would you read this?
Sure. Resolve the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorize Town Engineer Richard J. Franzetti, P.E., to solicit and request proposals for professional surveying and related services required in connection with the preparation of as-built surveys and acquisition maps for future eminent domain proceedings involving James Court, Julia Court, Maple Lane, Bayliner Court, Betsy Road, and Black Rock Lane. I offer this resolution as read.
Second?
Seconded by Councilwoman. Can we get a roll call vote?
Councilman Baranowski?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Shano?
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari?
Yes, Resolution 10 passed. So, before we go on to close the meeting and go on to executive session, the Carmel Central School District, with Carmel Kent Chamber of Commerce as their sponsor, they have their Youth Art Month, and we have some beautiful works of art that the kids did and the teacher dropped off. They'll be at Town Hall from March 1st to the 31st. Really some nice pieces. I took a picture so I would remember. So if you're in Town Hall, stop in, they're in the lobby, take a look. The Mahopac High School Interact Volunteer Club and the Lake Mahopac Rotary are having a food drive for St. John's Food Pantry in Mahopac. That is through March 10th, It's non-perishables, non-frozen, non-expired food, as well as toiletries. And there are collection boxes. There's one at the Town Hall, 60 McAlpin Avenue. There's one at the Mahopac Public Library, 668 Route 6. There's one at Temple Beth Shalom in their lobby at 760 Route 6. And there's one at Perone Family Chiropractic, which is at 935 Route 6, all in Mahopac. The high school, middle school, and elementary schools are all participating. Please help our community in need. Does anyone else want to do United for the Troops? I don't want to, if someone was thinking that. United for Troops is having their gala. That is an evening of dinner, dancing, and great company, 100% volunteer-led, not-for-profit. This event supports the essentials to our deployed American service members that are overseas. That is on March 10th from 7 to 11 at Villa Barone Hilltop Manor, open bar, buffet dinner, raffle prizes. You can get more information and tickets, you're over there, at www.unitedforthetroops.org. Those are all of my comments. Anyone else?
Just quickly, this Friday and every Friday during Lent, the Knights of Columbus, right across the street, Lady of the Lakes Council 6318, which we are members of, has their Lenten fish fries. All the money raised from the fish fry goes to the church, St. James Church. And this week is fish and chips, linguine, white clam sauce, shrimp scampi, fried clam strips. There's dessert, soda, coffee, tea is included. And the price is very, very reasonable, between $10 and $12. Several of us are volunteering and continue to volunteer to help cook in the kitchen. So if you come by, stop by and say hello. But it's really probably between 200 to 250 meals that we serve as needed basis. So nothing is pre-made, everything's made fresh, and it's a lot of fun. But so if you haven't done it before, stop by. It's right across the street. We'll see you then.
Just wanted to thank the Carmel Highway Department for their efforts in cleaning up our first snowstorm. Did a great job, and also the Putnam Highway Department.
Susan? I just wanted to thank the Carmel Fire Department for hosting us tonight. We love the hamlet of Carmel, and you are part of the family.
So can I get a motion to close the meeting and go into executive session? We're going back to the Carmel Town Hall for executive session to discuss personnel matter.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Carmel Firehouse.
Thank you,
Thank you, everyone.
Carmel Volunteer Fire Department.